Well, it may be a little chilly outside. There is a bit of cuddling involving here. I mean, the wood stove is on. It's just 31 below.
Just 31 below.
And now we have to go outside because one of the cars didn't want to start. Oh yeah, it's chilly. At these temperatures, we switch from beanie to full Alaskan hats. I know you guys cannot see me well, but yeah, this keeps my nugget in my ears and everything really nice and warm. So I gotta disconnect it now and see which tools I need to do this work. So that's something. And this is for a Buick Enclave, whatever the heck it is. And it is on the back seat. So let me share with y'all. So the battery is down there. So I gotta remove all of this and get to the battery down there. But first I'm gonna give it a try to check what Mrs. D was talking about. All right, let's give it a try. Let's see what's going on. Oh yeah, ain't no power here. Let me turn off the AC. We do leave it on. Yeah, the battery is pretty much dead. That's what it is. At these temperatures, y'all, happens. So let me start getting tools, start ripping things off, and let's go from there. All right, I'm back into the prepper shed, and I gotta start getting tools so I can deal with that that battery issue that we have. It is that point that we have to put hand warmers inside our gloves, and these are the gloves that I'm using because they're just easy to take off. And there are gonna be times that I have to take off my gloves so I can get to the parts. Normally this would have been, I don't know, a 10-minute job. A negative 30, it becomes a bit more challenging. So let me get the tools, let me go back over there, remove the battery, and bring it inside. Alright, I think I got all the tools that I need with an extension and everything. So do all of that when you are in a warm place, and then go outside with everything ready to go. So let's jump in here and see what's what. Put some lights on and let's get it on. So I got my light. This is my Nebo light facing down, and I'm gonna try to put the phone right here so you guys can see, but it may actually shut off because when it gets this cold, things don't work properly. All right, so we first got to move this one, and I brought in my handy dandy Ryobi drill so I can speed up the process. Again, I'm sorry for the camera, guys. This is how we got to roll. All right, let's remove this crap. And that is the battery that I have on. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see better now. I did not have the light on my camera. So, all right, we're gonna do this one. Fully charged, and yet it's struggling. All right, let's remove this cover. Everything is really brittle right now, so you may want to be careful. All right. And now I should be able to remove this right here. Alright, come on. Might have to get a screwdriver. This is what I was talking about, y'all. Sometimes you gotta take off your gloves. Yeah, I gotta go get a screwdriver so I can pry that thing from there. Oh, don't you love it? Well, it is what it is, right? We gotta roll with the punches. Let's get myself a screwdriver and let's get this done. If something is good about this cold is it clears your what is that called? Your sinus real fast. And yeah, it is a bit on the cold side. So we got our screwdriver. And we're going now. We're gonna pry them suckers out of there. Yeah. You know, these are the things that you don't see online. You see the nice, the pretty, what people call the attention grabbing. But this real life thing, people don't show it. But I do. So let's jump in here again. I'm gonna pry this sucker out. There you go, there you go, there you go, there you go. Success! Success! Move it to the side. Get the other one out too. I'm sorry that you guys are not seeing all of this, you know, like awesome, but when it gets this cold, y'all, we just need to roll with the punches and get things done as quickly as possible. And filming becomes not that important. Not that you guys are not important, it's just filming itself is not that important. Alright, let me put you down and let me take this out. Wait, nope. I gotta remove that from there. And let's go all the way down, and that is at 916. And let's just take it out. There you go. All done. All done. Alright, I gotta put you down because I gotta grab the battery. I was able to get it up. Alright, now we gotta go and put it to charge. So now what I have to do is just put this battery to charge and go from there. Let's see what happens. Gonna give it a couple of hours, charge it, and put it back in the car. Unfortunately, because it's so cold, the trickle charger that we have in the car is not enough. Alright everyone, so the battery is fully charged. So I got the car started. I'm gonna now let it run for a while so it can warm up and whatnot. And then I have to come back in here and, you know, just put everything together. But it is now running. And like I said, you know, it's just what it would have taken me no time whatsoever in the summertime. Well, here we are, and this is what we have to deal with. So when it comes to cold temperatures, everything is a little harder than what you may think. So for those who give advice on cold temperatures that have never experienced what negative temperatures are, yeah, be careful. Alright, so I'm back in the prepper shed. I still got to go up there and, you know, tighten things up, but I came back inside and I'm having the car running. I'm going to let it run for like 30 minutes or so everything inside can get nice and warm and the cables are not as rigid as they were before. But I wanted to film that and share with y'all so people can understand that when we talk about cold weather, is it gets difficult at -10. It gets hard at -20. At 30 is a challenge, and at 40 below it becomes almost impossible to work on vehicles. This was a very simple, or is a very simple job. I mean, I needed to remove the battery and bring it inside so I can have it tested and charge it a little bit faster in a warm environment. But when it gets this cold, everything becomes difficult. So what I'm trying to say here, guys, is disseminate the information that you get from people. Unless you have experienced this type of cold, and this is not to put anybody down, but theory is one thing, living it is a different thing. Is very different. Your hands get really cold. I have to use these hand warmers inside my gloves, and even so, I still needed to come inside and warm up my hands because the fingertips were like freezing, so cold. It hurts. It hurts. And this is only at 30 below. At 40, 45, 50, it gets worse. It gets worse. So I wanted to share that with y'all. I wanted for you to see it firsthand so you can understand that it's not as people make it to see. Real life is very different, and real life experience is painful. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like I was, rock on, rip on, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody. Power outages, camping, work on the go. Opus keeps you connected at home and outdoors. With clean, reliable energy, Opus powers freedom. Opus, the choice of the frontier preppers. If you'd like to support the channel, check out the links in the pinned comment below. Consider joining our Frontier Prepper Squad or let an adult to you run. It really does make a difference. And always remember, those who prepare today will not struggle tomorrow.